Hello and welcome back to World 360. If you recall, in November 2019, 403 pages of internal documents from within China's Communist Party showing a serious crackdown against Uyghurs in detention camps in the Xinjiang province were leaked. It was after this leak, accessed by the New York Times, that more information about these detention camps came to light, to the point where countries, including the US, began terming the situation in Xinjiang as a genocide. China, meanwhile, has denied all allegations of human rights abuses and argued that it is working to prevent a Uyghur insurgency. In October 2020, Pakistan NSA Moeed Yusuf kicked up a storm when he said Uyghurs are a non-issue and Pakistan has zero concern over the situation in Xinjiang. Fast forward to 2022. US, Canada, and Australia staged a diplomatic boycott of the Winter Olympics in Beijing, citing alleged human rights violations in Xinjiang. So, who has stood by China's side through this? Namely, Pakistan. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan was among 30 leaders who attended the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics on 3rd February. Khan's visit was more special as it also marked the culmination of celebrations commemorating the 70th year of diplomatic ties between the two allies. On 6th February, Pakistan and China released a joint statement in which Pakistan defended China on not just the Uyghur issue. The Pakistan side expressed its commitment to One China policy and support for China on Taiwan, South China Sea, Hong Kong, Xinjiang, and Tibet, read the statement. What's also interesting is Khan's recent remarks on Monday. In an interview with CNN's Fareed Zakaria, he said the situation in Xinjiang is not what Western media portrays, adding that Pakistan's ambassador to China, Moinul Haq, had visited the region and reported differently. This is a step up from Khan's remarks in July 2021, when it was on the basis of trust that he said Pakistan backs China's denial of human rights abuses. Because we have a very strong relationship with China, and because we have a relationship based on trust, so we actually accept the Chinese version. What they say about their programs in Xinjiang, we accept it, Khan had said. Keep in mind that Imran Khan has long projected himself as a champion of Islamic causes, including that of Kashmiris. In October 2020, he wrote a letter to leaders of Muslim countries to act collectively and counter growing Islamophobia in Europe and other Western states. That same month, he joined Turkish President Erdogan in criticizing French President Emmanuel Macron for his comments on Islam. This was around the time that Macron had said Islam was quote-unquote in crisis following the beheading of a teacher in France for showing students caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad. So why would Imran Khan defend China on the issue of Uyghurs? Well, according to expert Michael Kugelman, as well as many others, it's because Islamabad depends heavily on Beijing for economic and political support. And Pakistan simply cannot afford to antagonize Beijing by calling it out. China has also invested more than $60 billion in Pakistan through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or the CPEC project. But it's not just Pakistan. Other Muslim countries too have been either silent or offered small defenses regarding the Uyghur issue. Turkish President Erdogan had in July 2021 told Chinese President Xi Jinping that it is important to Turkey that Uyghur Muslims live in peace as equal citizens of China, but added that Turkey respects China's national sovereignty. Some reports have noted that this was a U-turn from Ankara's position in early 2019, when it had called the situation in Xinjiang a quote-unquote great cause of shame for humanity. Even the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or the OIC, which includes 57 Muslim countries from Saudi Arabia to Iran, has been largely silent on the issue of Uyghurs, while raising its voice for Rohingyas in Myanmar and most recently weighed in on the hijab row in India. The OIC has received pushback from Southeast Asian Muslim organizations and even the World Uyghur Congress, which is an international body promoting Uyghur human rights, for its silence on the situation in Xinjiang. Keep in mind that in 2019, 37 countries defended China at the UN over alleged human rights abuses in Xinjiang. And 14 of them were members of the OIC, including Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Pakistan, the UAE, Qatar, and even Algeria. So why keep quiet? For one, China is a top trading partner and infrastructure developer for a lot of these countries. Also, it's worth referring to a Wall Street Journal article in December 2019. The report noted how the Chinese government had cultivated support in Indonesia through donations and other financial support. It allegedly invited top clerics from Indonesia's top religious authorities on guided tours of the camps in Xinjiang to convince them that these camps were a well-meaning bid to provide job training and fight extremism. Even the Taliban finds itself in a precarious situation on this issue. An analysis in the Yale Review of International Studies noted that the Taliban will be unable to build trade relations with China without showing commitment to keeping the Uyghurs within Afghanistan away from the Chinese border. However, it cannot also take a strong stand against the Uyghurs because there is strong support for them both within Afghanistan and among more idealistic Taliban members. Thank you so much for watching. This is Pia Krishnankutty for The Print. Do subscribe to The Print and follow us on social media.